So what you're saying is all white people look the same. That's what you're saying, Hollywood George.
I did not.
We started
say
off
that.
hot.
Is this how we jumped in?
That's how we're starting the podcast this week.
I did not say that.
Before we get into your fucking bald ass head.
2008 looking ass Randy Orton motherfucker.
Before we get into that.
You're supposed to, I thought you were a baby.
Baby what?
Baby face, man.
Hell no.
It's too much.
This is my heel turn.
Like
people say
face.
face.
Yeah,
It's
face.
face.
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's he's had a tough week.
I honestly, I don't want to say the words baby face right now because
you're literally baby face.
You look
You're
like a baby,
literally baby
and you have a baby
we'll
face.
talk about how I got robbed when we get to it. But
You got
robbed and screwed.
I mean, it was a pretty clean win if you ask me.
It's gonna be when he beats him the next time they have a match. But
we'll get into that. Hollywood George is being a sore loser.
I'm not a sore loser.
He's not fucking showing the shit off. But we have a picture for you that will be right here in this video.
We're gonna post it.
And
right
Watch
here.
on YouTube.
It will also be posted on Instagram for 3 days.
It will be the clip.
Enjoy it.
Highlight.
And after that, I guess you gotta just fucking go on YouTube and look for it.
You gotta. If you listen, the deal was shave your head and shave your beard. And you guys who watch and listen to this podcast
I'm debating
are
leaving the
lucky
picture
I
in the
showed
corner
you. I
think
gave
you
a
should.
picture
As
because
a watermark.
Pose it above his face.
the deal was not to show you; it was just to do it.
Make it bounce
so
around like
you get what you get. I'm not doing it live. You're lucky you got the photo. Enjoy your laughs for the weekend.
You should make it bounce around like the DVD logo, and every time it hits the corner.
Watch the YouTube, and the picture will be up there.
I also
I'm a man of
chopped
my
his
word,
ass for making us wait.
and I loved
You
it.
can show that one.
Yeah, show it up.
Show
me
Show
tits.
your fucking battle scars.
the picture's
I'll put the
better
picture
than
up too.
It might not
Yeah, fucking do it.
Someone's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. The lighting is good in here.
Let's do it. You ready? You want to see the chop?
I'm so sorry.
Show
to
'em.
our YouTube followers.
Show 'em.
Don't do this. Don't do it like this. All right.
Hell yeah.
Now we're losing people.
Back up a little bit. The lighting's a little too strong.
Yeah.
I put the picture up.
You're just going to have to do it again.
Holy shit, you're white.
You want to get me back? Get me back.
No, how about this?
No.
You want to chop me? You want to chop me on camera right now?
No, get me back.
I'll make a
We're
deal
already
with
off the
you.
rails.
Get me back.
I'm
No.
gonna go.
Before we make
I
the
don't wanna-
deal,
listen,
I want you to
listen.
do it. Come on. My fucking non.
I want to give you a non-chop.
Go ahead, motherfucker. I'm not fucking flashing people for no reason. Go ahead.
So Jimmy,
It's a mess.
Gary, did you expect that this would
Go ahead.
should we be? Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
Was it a chop?
that was a chop. That was a chop.
That was an
That was a big show chop.
AEW chop.
That is Eddie Kingston.
That was some real
that was
deal.
right in the center of the chest.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
Oof.
a handprint.
hell yeah, motherfucker.
It's red. All right, what'd I say? Pictures up for 3 days.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? You wanted to what? You want to do a chop bet?
I was just gonna say I'll take 3 chops if you take the picture down before 3 days, or you can leave the picture for 3 days.
You serious?
Yeah, whatever you want. I'll take 3 chops
Right
on
now.
camera right now.
All right.
No. It's worth it. To put
I'm
the
leaving
picture
mine up.
It's well worth the picture up.
You guys take a group vote. There's 3 of you. Majority's gonna rule.
Chops. Come on.
Picture
For the
chop.
views.
Chops picture.
Let's
Gary
ride
the
this
Saint.
wave.
Gary the
We
Saint.
got
It's all on
10K
you.
views on the reel.
That's true. We did. I mean, I bet you if it's, we can. But are we really
We're
trying
doing
to incite
chops.
violence?
One or the other. But I kept.
All right, I'll take chops.
Chops.
So
All
it comes down.
Anyway, let's do it. Let's do
You-
chops.
it's shown on the thing.
Somebody recorded behind the scenes video.
Yeah, I got it.
It's taken off all Instagram after that.
We are losing
You want-
followers left and right
you
by
want
how
us-
much shirtless people we're getting on this show.
Fine.
All right. Microphone's down.
Get me out of the way.
You let me know. Just sit up right there. It's fine.
I don't want to be in the...
Just bang him quick. Just
Nah,
bang him out. I want Eddie Kingston.
you gotta sit down. We're not in the frame.
down. I
gotta lift my
shirt though, bro.
All right.
Give me a second.
Let's fucking do this, bro. You're taking way too long.
Go ahead.
Shit.
Eddie Kingston, this motherfucker.
You're gonna keep.
Go.
Do you want breaks?
I want breaks.
Yeah.
gonna be worse
do you want
being
me to
blinded,
take, You
too.
want me to take breaks?
Take breaks?
Yeah, like in between chops.
No, just go. Just fucking chop it. It's too
All
much
right.
chest here.
All right.
Talking about too much chest here. I mean, all right, here we
I
go.
meant like HERE, but okay.
All right. Here we go.
Woo! That's
Hurry
one.
up, bitch.
Oh!
Fuck.
That tickles.
Let's fucking go. This is legit heat. Episode 9. We're fucking diving into fucking WrestleMania right now.
I think
That was a legit moment of the week.
Gary is traumatized right now.
Kind of. I don't know.
He went into the corner. He's like all set with everybody. I think. Gary, how do you feel right now?
I thought for sure one of you assholes were gonna miss and I was gonna get hit.
Nah, we're on
Never,
point.
Gary.
Well, I'm glad you are.
We're on point here on legit heat. And fuck the motherfucking cocksuckers in the comments talking about, oh, you guys know it's staged, right? Why are you betting on this? You guys are talking like whatever. Bro, there's other things that go into pro wrestling. If you don't understand, how are they
guys,
coming
just,
across the video?
Just give him a benefit of the doubt. The guy called, he must know what fake looks like, right? I mean, his girlfriend probably fakes it all the time in bed. So
We can't say
know?
stuff like that because the first time I did it, I got reported. My Instagram.
Well,
was
I mean, I'm
deleted.
trying to be PG with it. You were straight
I
up
mean,
a little vulgar with it.
I don't think I was vulgar. I
You also
just
made a comment directly on Facebook, on Instagram.
Yes.
I called the guy a jerk off. I didn't think that was much. I mean,
No.
vulgar.
Let me break it down
I
to
told
people
him he
like
was
this.
slow.
Let me break it down to people like
Let's
this,
go.
right?
Gary's on fire now.
If you think that pro wrestling is fake, but you think all your other fucking sports are real, I have news for you.
FIFA is the most.
They're not.
Pretty fair, bro.
They are all
He's gonna run
predetermined. You're just being lied to. Yeah. You fucking Mark.
When you go to fucking Twin River or whatever fucking casino is in your area and bet on sports, it's the fucking same shit.
Just had to make sure I look good, and I was right.
Oh, you look great.
It's
Hollywood.
the
Thank
same exact shit. That's
It is.
it. That's all I have to say
And
about
you,
it.
and you know what? He didn't even have a profile picture.
He
If I remember.
didn't.
So
He didn't.
It's some bot, some guy coming through his burner account
Yeah.
that wants to come at us
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're jealous.
It's
being
the
a
same
pussy.
bots who are going after AEW.
Holy shit! Are they the same ones? Tony, they know
Yep.
that we have connections
Fuck
with
yeah.
Tony Khan. That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
I just didn't speak on them because they're not worth my time.
And you get your Instagram banned again.
Yeah. I called him slow.
He did.
It's pretty
yeah.
heelish, you know?
Like in a mental way.
Yes. That's what I meant.
All right.
Yep.
And that just got us removed.
Well, my son's autistic, so I approve the. It's an autism awareness, and
It is autism.
So if I, you know what I mean, it's kind of like.
Not the same.
I mean, if it's like when you know, I don't want to bring it to this.
No, it's not. No, I'm not saying the same. I'm
It's
saying it is
it's
autism
like-
month though. Awareness.
Awareness.
Month. That is true. That I'm not saying
and
he's-
like just only black people should be able to say the N word. I gave him permission to
all
say
white people look the
to
same.
say slow. We can all take a joke. Let's relax.
It's
All
true,
right.
it's true, it's
All
true,
right,
it's
let's
true.
relax.
Hey.
My son is autistic. Love him to death, and he's probably smarter than half the people
In the fucking comments.
Yes, thank you. So
Pussies.
definitely 100% smarter.
We can all agree that Roman versus Brock was a letdown.
a little bit, but I think that's just because he was his.
We know the
shoulder
bet
popped out.
results, obviously. We know who won. He was in God mode. He's still in
almost
God
spit the
mode.
beer out laughing.
Roman versus Brock was such a fucking letdown. And they're saying that the reason was that Roman got injured. He popped his shoulder back in.
He did. It looked.
I was wondering if it was a
Injured.
kayfabe thing, but he hasn't wrestled on SmackDown or anywhere since. He's just made appearances on the microphone.
I think it was more than just popping his shoulder back in. He fucked up his elbow.
Yeah,
too.
that I sent a picture in the group chat, and it looked like it was bulging out already.
Yeah.
It did not look good.
Yeah, that's a muscle injury.
Yeah,
So what do we think Roman is doing next?
I mean didn't him and Shinsuke have a little?
I was gonna say they're hyping that up.
I don't want.
For what reason?
You
I don't know why.
Main event Shinsuke. I kind of miss main event Shinsuke. I mean, he was good in NXT. I feel like let him showcase.
Doesn't that make total sense? Shinsuke just lost his tag team partner. What else did they do? Feed him to the fucking Roman machine.
Yeah.
Why do I get that bad?
You're good.
I'm sorry. Just when you should. I don't know. I'm just gonna jump into it and say it. I already said this to Jimmy earlier. Nobody is taking the title off Roman Reigns other than Brock Lesnar.
Except he didn't do it.
But he's gonna be back,
Except
and
he
he's
didn't do
gonna.
You're still on that.
He's gonna. Who? If not Brock Lesnar, then who?
The Rock?
Shinsuke.
Well, not The Rock.
Come on, dude.
Let me tell you who.
Let's not speak fantasies. Let's talk about people in WWE
Seth
right now.
Freaking Rollins.
You-
Because Roman Reigns hasn't beaten him.
very, very wishful thinking,
No, it's
and I
gonna-
would like it, but no, it's
You
not.
know who's gonna do it? Adrenaline.
In my soul. I don't know the rest of the song.
Don't even start with that.
It could be Cody. I mean, it's what he
How
came
hard-
back for.
Like,
Isn't
you
it?
already marking already. Like we can't even.
They were
Just get it out. Yeah, I know.
marketing
Get it out of the way.
Crowd is here, about to blow.
Crowd already blows.
I can't wait for him to do nothing, not get a title shot. Fucking.
You know what?
fucking
What's gonna happen?
suck.
He's gonna win Money in the Bank,
Oh, that's a good idea. That's
No, actually, no. Who's gonna?
and then he's going to pull a John Cena and fucking lose.
Because you gotta slow me down. You gotta slow me down because Gary's getting me worked up now. You're all getting me worked up. I took some chops.
I'm the notes guy here.
We'll get through the fucking
Sit
catalog.
the fuck back and let me do my fucking job.
All right, whatever, Jimmy. Luca.
All right?
Back
Fuck.
on what is Roman doing next?
What is he doing next? You think Seth Rollins?
No, I think he's on to Shinsuke.
That match has to happen
It's
now.
Shinsuke versus him at
I don't
Are we
understand.
excited for it?
Wait, no.
No.
So like,
all right.
are we talking next?
I don't know
next?
who I would be
Because
excited for.
I'll give it a shot.
Who's next after Shinsuke? We're going off of last SmackDown. Because
You want me to start?
Yeah,
You know that's
yeah.
gonna be Drew after Shinsuke,
over that too.
and I'm over there all of it.
They are. They are. Well, they have that UK show coming up the first time in like 30 years. So
Cardiff,
they might.
yeah.
So they might try to.
There's a lot of stadium stuff coming up.
You know what also people are hyping up is the Walter shit or Gunther shit.
Oh yeah, I would like to see him and Balor. Have that headline the Cardiff show.
Which makes sense. It's like when they go to Saudi Arabia,
Gunther.
Mansoor.
Mansoor, yes.
Yeah, is like the champion.
I by the way, are you happy that Veer arrived? Because I know
No.
I know you're looking forward to it for weeks.
yeah.
You were.
You replace my looking forward to it with my expectation that was what Cody was going to be.
Why not?
My hope.
And he crushed Dom's head like the Mountain did to Veer.
Oh my gosh. Go
Was it
ahead.
Veer?
I was just saying
Is it-
brutal. No.
I don't remember
I'm
his
just-
name. Peter.
In Game
Peter
of Thrones.
Pascal.
Yeah.
No, not Peter Pascal. I can't remember names.
Oh yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro
Yeah,
Pascal,
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, Yep. So one of the things that came up this week, I think it was this
Wait,
week's
so who
episode.
do you think is coming? Who's going to be next for Roman?
Who's
Yeah,
next
no, he's
for
just
Roman?
skipping it. He's the list
either-
master.
For now, it's got to be somebody, and probably Shinsuke after what we saw on SmackDown. But after that, Cody.
You think we're getting Cody immediately?
I think after Cody and Rollins have another classic match, they're gonna give him to. They're pushing the shit out of Cody, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
A little bit much, yeah.
But I love the Cody Rhodes return. You guys knew that I love it. I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. But they are pushing the shit out of him, and I think the reason for that
I'm for it.
is
I don't know what
because
Cody Rhodes means.
Roman is the face of the WWE, but that face of the WWE is a heel.
It's a heel. That's right. They need a
So
babyface.
they need a baby face. But the problem that WWE is going to run into if they're not careful, and this is somebody who is a huge fan of the Cody Rhodes return, is that if they're not careful with with shoving Cody down our throats on Instagram,
I feel
because
like
every other day it's
every
been
other
like
pose,
a memory.
Yeah, Cody doing a moonsault off the cage
and all
it's,
that.
It's Cody headbutting Dusty's statue.
Yeah.
It's Cody and Randy. It's
If they're
Cody.
not careful
Though I
with
do want
that-
to see Cody and Randy at some point.
If they're
but-
not careful with that, we're gonna have another Roman situation where you're gonna have to force. You're gonna force him until now the only way to make him over is to turn him heel.
Yep. And he didn't want to do that in AEW, so
Exactly.
I think it's
So-
it's a better version. There's always a heel that can be the face of the WWE, and there's always a face that's the face, which is Cena. And I'm not gonna complain about Cody. In general, I'm not gonna complain about Cody, and I don't think people should be complaining about Cody when realistically the face of the WWE can potentially be somebody who can wrestle.
right. That'd be nice if they'd had that.
Okay, but where does that come into him being a heel, turning heel at some
No,
point?
I'm saying if they're not careful, they're gonna have to turn him heel. The same thing that they did with Roman.
If he ever agrees to turn heel in WWE, he could have
It would've made- yes.
put AEW through the roof, turning heel
I
over there.
understand that,
would've, yeah.
but what I'm saying is, hypothetically speaking, if they're not careful with the whole shoving him down our throats, because you're seeing it on the internet wrestling community, whether it's people like me who love his return, or people who don't like his return because they're huge AEW fans, they're gonna have to turn him heel if they keep doing what they're doing.
This is the problem with WWE is that they haven't been able to find a good face in how long because they don't know how to work
Work a
in
face.
today's market.
I think if they're careful, Cody can be a great heel a great face for the company because of the fact that we haven't had a face of a baby face of the company who's an actual great wrestler?
Since wow.
Drew McIntyre.
I mean, Big
he,
E.
he said
but
great
that didn't last
wrestler.
very long.
Great
It
wrestler.
didn't
Great
last
wrestler.
long, but
Drew McIntyre is an amazing big guy.
Yes.
Big E's
Yeah.
amazing big guy. I'm talking like wrestler. A guy who
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, they didn't want Daniel
But
Bryan.
let's be honest, right? They didn't want Daniel
Yeah, it's
Bryan,
not this.
and the thing with Cody is that he's got the whole America thing, and that's a huge. I'm sure that's huge in Vince's eyes. I'm sure that's what he's cleaner cut and everything more than Bryan Danielson is. So that's why that would work more for Vince and company. But
I did see, and this is probably just random, but I did see a stat every 10 years, like they give the best technical wrestler the belt, because in WrestleMania 10, Brett won the belt, 20, Benoit, 30, Daniel Bryan. I wonder who's going to be.
that's a pretty interesting.
I just want to say,
I wonder who's going to be like, because like Cesaro's not in the company anymore, so I wonder who's going to be at 40. Because if anybody, it would have been Cesaro, who I felt like probably should have got that, but since they throw the technical,
It's a
the
pretty
hardcore
interesting
fans.
statistic if
But
they're staging it that much.
I know. I think that's a good
Is that next year?
statistic.
40?
No, 2 years.
I just want to throw in another WrestleMania statistic: 32, 34, 36, 38. Woo!
You were right on fucking.
So I
two
wonder
things.
who. I wonder
That's
who's
what I
going to
wanted
be
to
at
say.
40.
That's
That's what I'm
Because,
saying.
like,
I don't know.
that's what I wanna
Who
say.
is a great technical wrestler in the E right now?
In the company, not
By then, by 40,
2 years from now. So we're looking at maybe NXT. I mean, Johnny Gargano is probably the best, but he's with them
gone.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really
let's
gone.
look at other
but-
possibilities.
I don't think he's
Other
coming
AEW guys possibly going back to WWE.
I mean that is a possibility.
What about independent guys?
Punk's an amazing technical
They're
wrestler.
they're
I wouldn't
going
rule
away.
that
They're
out.
shying away.
Punk will not go back.
You want to make that long-term bet?
I will 100% make that long-term bet.
5 chops.
10 chops.
10 chops.
Oh,
Fuck.
WrestleMania 40 is the cutoff. If he's
Okay.
not back, you can give me 10 chops straight up. That's it.
Sounds good.
So look forward to
He's
those
never going
shops in
back.
2
we're gonna
years.
play this back in 2 years.
Yeah.
With interest.
With interest.
yeah, exactly.
So we had the long-term booking for Roman versus Brock.
Oh, that's
Roman-
the WE mark you're talking
Roman
about.
versus Rock.
That too.
We had the long-term booking for Roman versus Rock on the Rock
Oh,
show.
Rock,
Yeah.
Rock. I'm sorry.
Rock.
Young Rock.
I was ready to jump down
On
the
Young
mic.
Rock,
Young Rock.
we had a scene where basically a young Roman Reigns was hopping on his older cousin's lap and asking him to wrestle, and
He said,
He said
"Acknowledge me."
backwards.
he said, "Acknowledge me."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And
Did you-
they did this freeze frame thing, and The Rock was narrating, and he pretty much says, that's my little cousin Joe. You know him as Roman Reigns. And in the show, The Rock tells his younger cousin that this is a match that has to happen at WrestleMania.
yeah, like I
This
I said to
has
Joe Gary,
all of the makings, and I would be very surprised if anybody in this room disagreed. This has all of the makings of a Hollywood Mania, especially
next year.
storyline.
Yep.
That is just long term, booked over time. My only question now is
I agree. And go ahead.
will it be for the title or not?
It will not.
It will.
It will
Do
not
they
be for
do
the
they
title.
allow Roman
It will
to
not be
be
for
in
the
God
title.
mode that long where he
No.
will hold the title?
Yeah.
Nope, and they definitely wouldn't have a match with him holding those titles against The Rock, especially at
That's
WrestleMania.
not a needed one.
because
I
you
mean,
already know
Cena-
the
It's not
outcome.
needed. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs
Also,
the title.
remind me, when it was Cena versus Rock, was that for a title?
Yes.
Yes, every
Well,
time.
one of them was. The other one wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that point.
Wait, or
Hogan versus Rock wasn't for a title.
that's true.
That was one of the biggest.
No, I don't think they need it. I agree. I don't think they need it, but
I think the story itself tells itself, and I don't like. I think they
Beautifully
need
said.
the title on someone else to tell
Wait,
a
did they
different
face
story.
twice at WrestleMania? Am I making that up? Rock and Cena.
Yeah,
they did.
Was
They
was
did.
twice? Okay.
They
because they were the first time was like once in a lifetime,
That's right.
right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Then it was for the. Then it was. For
Then it
the
was like
championship.
passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah.
Da, da,
Okay.
da.
All right.
You know,
So-
sorry, PG-13 era.
That's right.
We have, unless they keep wanting to push this God mode Roman, but I think that there's three with Gary's point, potential candidates to have, two actually, because let's exclude The Rock. There's two potential candidates to have beat Roman for his title. It's either Rollins, which I think is a mark pick in the room, and or Cody So, I mean, until then, I don't think that I definitely don't think that Roman needs to hold the title. But you know, if they keep pushing Roman and this God mode shit, he might have the title. The thing is, at that point, he would have to beat The Rock because The Rock is not going to come back and win the.
No, I mean,
He's going to be The Rock regardless.
But at some point, it's like, the person who does beat him, you're gonna be like, are you gonna be disappointed?
Okay,
like, you know what I mean. Like, will it be like a letdown? Be like,
If McIntyre like breaks the streak. Yes,
he will not break. Can I word vomit now? Can I get the go ahead because I cannot hold it in any longer.
Hold it in.
This is the only man who is going to
Why do we
beat
say yes?
Roman Reigns. This man right here, and I'm gonna tell you why and when it's going to happen. Now, I know on the list we have Money in the Bank. Who's on the Money in the Bank
Brock
poster?
is rumored to return for Money in the Bank, according to a poster.
Brock Lesnar. And I guarantee
Is he
you,
really?
Yes.
I'll put 3 chops on it that
And
he
he
wins
is-
Money in the Bank. You want to take that?
That he wins Money in the Bank?
That he wins Money in the Bank.
I won't take that bet because I agree with you.
I'll
do it.
I
got this.
I thought you said.
Oh,
Sure,
100
Gary?
Oh,
You
fuck
have a-
yes. Give it to me. There's no chance in hell
I
that
agree
Brock
with
wins
you.
Money in the Bank.
He already did it.
He hasn't
Yep,
won it
exactly.
since
They don't ever
2019, but
need to worry about it.
Nope,
Yeah.
they'll never do it again. You really think that?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
There's no
I
need.
want to.
Clearly, has
It
to be a
was- it was
squash if he's
weird-
not
it
in
was
Money in the
weird when
Bank
he
for
won
some
it.
reason.
It was.
I
weird
think
when he
it's
won
going to
it.
Cody.
But
Part of me,
Yeah.
part of the mark,
No
the
way.
mark in me wants to think Money in the Bank is usually for the younger guys. WWE looks to the younger talent and says, "All right, we're giving you Money in the Bank. You're our future."
Well, now with only one belt, I doubt
Brock
that will
Lesnar
happen.
just won in
But with how
2019.
much of a, I understand that, and that's why he
Two
did.
belts, I guess.
There's a couple things I'm looking at here. Money in the Bank is at a Allegiant Stadium, and the title now is a unified title because of these 2 blockbuster things as WWE would promote. I could see them saying, "Fuck the younger guys. We're gonna give the Money in the Bank to Brock," because the people who are most likely gonna be in the main event picture are either Rollins, in my opinion, and Rollins, Rhodes, Reigns. And I could see them, giving it to Brock, giving the Money in the Bank to Brock to cash in on either of the 3.
I have a question for all
decide.
3 of you guys, and I want all your honest opinions. If Brock Lesnar wins Money in the Bank, what is it? 80% of Money in the Bank winners
I don't know.
win the WWE Championship.
Something. It's
If he wins Money in the Bank, are we not saying slam dunk? He's gonna do it. He's gonna take the titles from Roman Reigns. I'll start with you, Scotty Mac.
I think Brock.
Okay, Jimmy.
I'm just riding. I know I'm off.
Sorry,
I'm gonna
Scotty.
ride this.
No,
I'm gonna
go.
ride this wave because
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
I think Brock is at a point in his career, and I could be dead wrong, and I could be, looking forward to the most when WWE gives us the least as usual. I think Brock is at a point in his career where he is the face who's putting guys over. So I think what the answer to that question is no, he's not winning this time.
So if he wins the Money in the Bank, you're saying he still doesn't win the championships.
I don't think he wins Money in the Bank though.
I'm asking you if he
I
does.
think that he's unsuccessful against either Roman, who is in God mode, or the WWE, the new
You're agreeing,
WWE
Gary?
face, Cody.
You keep shaking your head. Yes. Brock Lesnar wins.
So let me
Start
look
it from there. He wins Money in the Bank.
and let me look at WWE booking real quick, right? how much more godlike could it be if Brock goes to cash in on a Roman Reigns who just went through the fucking, put in JR words, slobber knocker of a match, and Roman gets up from that fucking match, ends and goes into a Brock Lesnar cashing in and still beats Brock Lesnar.
If that happens, I'll quit the podcast.
Let me piggyback off.
I swear to God, I will. I'll quit
he made
wrestling,
a
the
fucking-
podcast, everything.
He made a fucking solid point, and he usually does. I'm just an HBK mark, and he's a Brett mark, so I'll never
Gosh.
admit it. But what a wonderful! This is something that Roman. What a wonderful way to keep putting Roman over.
Oh my God! Why
Before
are you guys
The
such
Rock.
Roman marks? I can't.
It's
take
not
it
Roman
here
marks.
anymore.
It's just what's real.
You
What's
too?
factual.
Is that why?
I mean,
I'm a
Are
Roman
you gonna
mark.
be the mask of reason?
But everybody
Or-
in this room I know is not a
I'm
Roman
usually
mark.
in the mask of
It's just
reason.
realism.
Yeah.
But
It's a way to put him over. The thing is,
He doesn't need to be put over
Unfortunately,
anymore.
Hollywood-
no, but he's
I'm
on.
so
He's
sick
still.
of him.
He's
I'm
still.
sick of him. Just like I'm sick of Hangman
He's still
Page.
on
I'm
his
sick
way
of them
to.
both.
He's still on his way to facing The Rock. So it's like
he
let's.
doesn't
just
need
keep,
the titles to do that. We've
He
already
doesn't.
all
I
said
understand
it.
that.
No, he doesn't.
I
You're right.
understand that. You're right.
And if he had the titles,
But-
we would know he's gonna win.
But
So
in the nice little, let's think WrestleMania Hollywood package, a video package, the year of Roman Reigns in 2022. Brock was unsuccessful cashing in against Roman. To add to that video package, think about it.
I can't think about it.
I understand.
I can't even
who
fathom
else
it.
do you want to see as champion right now? Because
It's exactly.
no
there's
one, no one
nobody.
is
Right.
as top. Who?
I agree. No.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And for Gary to agree with that,
So it's like, why don't
That's
you just
big.
break it up a little bit? If Brock wins and breaks it, let Roman Reigns take a loss for a couple months and then get it back from Brock and then go undefeated for another 2 years. But what is he going to go undefeated for 4 years, 5 years, 6? When do we stop?
I bet
this?
you he's.
And who can stop this?
I wouldn't hate on it. I wouldn't hate on it because we haven't had a long-term champion like this since Punk, and before that, something as long as this was, I think, like Bruno was another one.
Bruno's 7 years.
Max
He's
going on
that's
right
way.
now.
He's Roman Reigns. They said on WrestleMania or Raw or something. He's number 5, I think, in the title streaks, and the other ones are ridiculous. Like Bruno Sammartino's
yeah.
ahead of him, like 7 years.
I don't think he'll
like,
get to Bruno because Bruno was
No,
like
that was
fucking
just a
very
weird.
long
That was a
time.
different
that's
era.
the
Yeah, you know
Carney
what I mean.
era.
But
That's like Wilt
my thing
Chamberlain
is, there
versus
hasn't
yeah.
been
you know what I mean?
one in that this long. He's like in the 500, 600 mark now, 600 day mark or whatever.
Sickening.
There's one thing I'll give
The problem
WWE
is,
right
who
now.
else could it be?
Yeah,
You know, they
one
haven't-
thing.
He'll definitely get in the top 5 because right now it's Bruno, Backlund, Hogan, Bruno, and Pedro Morales. But I think he actually might be beating Pedro Morales's.
And where's Hogan?
Yeah, but did
Hogan
you just say
is
Bruno
at-
twice?
Yeah.
So technically,
No, Bruno has
2 different streaks,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
2 different
guy.
streaks.
So-
Where's Hogan?
Hogan is at 1,474 days.
That's a big gap.
January 84 to February of 88.
He won't beat Hogan. If he
It's a
beats
4
Hogan, they would have
4
to book.
years.
They would have to book. Yeah, he won't beat Hogan. I was gonna say I'd love for him. I'd love
Thank
for
God
anybody
you
to beat
finally
Hogan.
like you actually
Yeah,
want him
fuck
to
Hogan.
lose for once. That's what it takes. 4 years. That's your limit. That's your number.
No, I'm saying I would love for anybody to beat Hogan. I would love for my fucking left nut
Just
to
not
hop on
Roman
Raw and
Reigns.
beat Hogan, but
Yeah.
I hate Hogan.
Yeah,
Brock
he's-
Lesnar
he's
could
a piece
beat
of shit.
Hogan. I just want to say that.
I'm sure he has. I'm sure
Has.
he's
I would
at,
pay to see that.
he's
but-
had 5 of them in the past.
Hey guys, who's the first person to make Hulk Hogan tap out?
Kurt Angle.
I just
It's
wanna put it
true.
out there.
It's true.
Yeah, I love that.
I know.
I love that.
I know.
Gary, what's the
You can
what's
hear
the
the
best
disdain
match
in
you've
my
ever
voice
seen in
for
your
wanting to
life?
say that out
Angle,
loud.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, it is what it is. But go ahead. Talk
I don't
about
hate Brock
talk
Lesnar.
about
I don't. It's not that I hate Brock Lesnar.
smash him, right? Because did he smash him during the WrestleMania? No, he got his ass whooped the whole
Technically,
time.
he did.
He needed
smash
Paul
him right
Heyman
through
to
the
push the
barricade.
rope closer so he didn't have to tap out. And that's why he popped his fucking shoulder. Yeah, I'm gonna mark hard on this shit.
Are
right
you
now.
mad that Roman is the
I'm gonna
reason
8-year-old kid it right
why
now.
if you took
That was
all of this
he
fucking
cheated. Hit him with the belt twice.
Oh my god.
He didn't smash him.
You know
that's
what's
my
wrong?
that's my reasoning
what's
because they're
wrong?
building up Brock Lesnar now.
He won't acknowledge Roman because Roman is the reason why. If he took this little fucking disguise off, you'd look like every
You would
single
see him
fucking.
look at his egghead.
You'd look like
Cue
a
ball on the
fucking
pool table?
You'd look like a fucking picture on a fridge, my friend.
Listen,
2009
Hollywood George
Randy
looks
Orton.
good, shaved, unshaved. I look better than you. I'm the best looking guy there is, the best looking guy there was, the best looking guy there will ever be. Shout out to Bret Hart. Wow. Okay, and
you
that's
just
just the way
shit
it
all
is
over his
because
catchphrase.
Hollywood George said so, which was my favorite match at WrestleMania.
He acknowledges Roman. I can promise you that because everybody acknowledges Roman. His problem with Roman is that Roman Reigns is the reason why if Hollywood George went outside, no hat, no sunglasses, no
He'd be
fucking
real fucking
bandana,
cold right now.
he would look like a picture
chilly.
on a fridge.
Not because of Roman,
And think about that
of Paul
long and
Heyman.
hard.
That's why. Because of Paul Heyman.
No, you know he looked like those. Remember that etch sketch thing as a kid?
And
when
if
you had
you're
to draw
not
the
getting
magnet
if you're not
on his
getting my
head?
picture on a fridge, my reference, let's just say he's not allowed
don't
within
need that.
fucking 5 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese. Okay,
I don't.
Sex
I don't
predator.
look. I don't look like that at all. I'm actually.
yeah, you look
extreme-
like-
Yo, why do you
actually,
keep sex predators on your fridge?
Hello,
Well,
they
it's like-
mail
it's like-
you a fucking
Yeah, they mail
thing.
you a list.
What?
They
do?
You don't have kids yet. That's why. I mean,
Yeah, and plus he likes to self portraits. So, anyways,
okay.
right here we go. You want?
I still have
let's
my-
get it going.
I thought you looked like the GD Unabomber when you said that message the other day.
Oh, don't start
Easy
your
there,
cars tonight.
Krasinski, okay?
He also said GD.
It's whatever. It's fine. Goddamn,
Okay,
Gary.
PJ Smack.
I snorted. Wow, we're getting going here.
Oh yeah.
What are we leading this
Krasinski,
into?
Quick.
sorry, not
I have no
Krasinski.
fucking idea
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
Let's just
are
do
we talking
quick.
about?
Let's
Yeah,
just
we
do
went way off
around the
topic.
room.
Let's go back about sex offenders. Like,
Wait, is this about wrestling, right? Okay.
Quick Mania scores around the room out of 10. Out of 10, go.
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.
Okay.
I give it an 8.
Okay.
High.
6.
7.
I hate
I'll
that
I'll
Avery
change
Smack.
to 7.5. 7.5.
Oh, now you just flip flop now.
Match
Okay.
of the night.
I didn't
Rollins
think I could
versus
do a half.
Rhodes.
Bianca and Banks. Or Bianca and Bell. You know who I talk about? Becky.
Becky.
Yeah.
Definitely Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kevin Owens for me.
Nostalgia, but all right.
I'll explain why if we do that, but
Man, I think the match I was into the most, I'm gonna have to agree with Gary, and I'm sorry to do this, but Bianca and Becky.
Close second up is the RK Bro match.
Yeah.
That was a very solid tag match.
I just want to plead my case and I think we can all agree you don't have to agree that's the best match, but this is why I think it was my favorite match. How much could Stone Cold have done? It gave me
100% agree.
It gave me
nostalgia-wise,
super
it was great.
DDP, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Great American Bash vibes.
Sure, okay.
Where like you have a very limited set of things and moves you can
He
do.
took a fucking
he took a
suplex
hard
on the
hard bump on the
Did not
concrete.
On the
expect that.
concrete.
You know what I mean?
expect that.
I saw that. I was like, props.
Yeah.
man. Like,
I'll give that like third match of the night for all.
You know what I
for
mean?
all of
Sure,
that.
yeah.
into the crowd, out of the
Of the
crowd.
night or the weekend?
Of the weekend, of the whole weekend.
I forget if you said best match or favorite.
Best match.
Then-
favorite. It's all the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
favorite best match. I'll give you Cody and Seth, whatever. But yeah,
That's
you know
such
what I
a
mean.
good match.
You know what I will
favorite Stone Cold and Kevin Owens.
I will say, and I at first I was a little mad about how much I
The
enjoyed
Stone
it.
Cold match will probably call that a favorite. I would say best. I would
I
agree with you.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
best match.
I got upset about how much I kind of enjoyed it halfway through, but that Sammy Knoxville match, kind of entertaining.
Yo, the celebrities.
Kind of entertaining.
The celebrities went hard.
And I
think
cannot.
because-
I will. This is the only time I'll ever give Logan
talking
Paul,
shit like
Logan
you.
Paul credit.
Yeah.
Is he did look good,
yeah.
but he's still a piece of shit.
yeah,
That's a good way to put
fair
it.
assumption.
Every single one of the. I talked
Speaking
mad
about
shit
celebrities,
going
yeah.
into
You did.
this Mania because 4 celebrity matches. Finn's not on the card.
Yeah.
A couple people are not on
No
the card.
Intercontinental Championship. No
U.S. Championship.
You know,
Weird, but okay.
which I'm disappointed in WWE. I will say that I've enjoyed WWE television since Mania. Let's see how long it lasts because it's kind of that same effect that, you know, a guy who's working, a guy who's new to the job is doing amazing the first month and he could fucking just fall off the next
could.
couple months or whatever.
yeah.
It's the same thing. WWE
We've seen it before.
WWE television has been decent since WrestleMania, and decent is fucking phenomenal for WWE, but that can fall off. However, they need to do something about the fact that the Intercontinental, side note, and U.S. title mean nothing these days, which is fucking annoying.
It is annoying because I feel like they should have some sort of meaning.
But those guys, my problem with the celebrities, I'm not hating on celebrities as long as they do good at this point, because Bad Bunny's done good. Everybody on the Mania card did good. My thing is that those titles weren't on the line. Those guys weren't on the card, and that's just stupid to me. But however, Logan Paul, Pat McAfee, Johnny Knoxville.
Actually, the
match
Pat
is so
McAfee,
good.
that impressed me. That
Yeah.
Pat
Yeah.
McAfee match.
Yeah.
The shit he
Speaking
did
of-
that during that match.
Speaking
Wow.
of pieces of shit, Austin Theory sold the shit out of that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
But,
Good sell.
But yeah, that was him and Theory, McAfee and Theory had a.
Yeah, it was
and
a
I
good-
did not
it was
expect
an-
that.
yeah.
I was writing that off. I was saying fuck this match.
Yeah, I know. We all did. I think we all did on the last podcast.
Yeah, we
Like,
did.
it was like whatever. It's a whatever match, and it was a good match. Actually, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
It was solid.
And the Knoxville
they
match
put
was
on.
fun.
it was.
Oh,
yeah,
it was very fun.
yeah.
It was very fun. Yeah.
It was
was
the
fun.
most Attitude Era match that WWE has put on in like 20 years.
Do we all agree that this is the best Mania we've seen in a while? Even if like somebody said 6, you said 6, you said 6.
Night 1 was trash.
Yeah, night 1. Yeah,
Night
I
two
did
was
not
definitely
I did
the
not
better
watch
night.
Night 1. I watched 3 matches from night 1. Cody, Edge, and I think Bianca and
I watched
Becky.
them all. Oh my god!
I like night 1 more.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about. We didn't even add this, but Edge and I hate Damian Priest.
The rest of you like.
I just get into it whenever you guys want to. This podcast next, but I just want to throw.
I'm
it out
gonna
there.
halfway agree with you and then halfway agree with Gary. I wasn't crazy about Damian Priest before. Not that he was trash. I just thought that he needed something. But I think now he has something.
This could be something.
This is
could
the something. Him and Edge.
I think
be.
as a
Hell
wrestler,
yeah.
I think as a wrestler, I always thought as a wrestler he's fine.
Yeah, he hasn't done
He's
much for
good.
me. I agree.
But he needed something.
Yeah.
His character came off like, who are you? You look like somebody who got put together in a WWE game.
And he had that
Basically.
that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of persona for a
Yes.
second.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the Edge thing, I fucking love it.
Hey,
it's
New
believable.
Brood. Hell yeah, New Brood.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I like New Brood. I just don't like eye mascara Damian Priest with
I
in
love
the
it.
Brood.
I love it.
Let me put it this way.
Hopefully
I
they
have
throw Rhea
not
Ripley in there. But
right and Ciampa.
Yeah.
I want them both
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Raw now, so.
Exactly. Man. Yeah. Let me put it this way.
Man, I love
I
the
have
idea
not
of Edge putting
watched
guys over. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
WTV since Bray Wyatt was released, and this new Brood is making me want to. I don't have Monday nights available to watch it, and I'm not recapping it. But yeah,
you're marking for the Brood right now.
I am.
Brood 2.0.
yep.
Do they have a name for their faction, by the way, or
It's not even a faction.
let's
at this
see.
point.
is it just
Let's
Edge's
see. I
faction?
think it's
so
still
far?
forming. I think it's still.
It's in evolution, whatever.
Yeah.
And Edge
Progression.
definitely had the entrance of the
TBD.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Oh
Tomatoes.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Edge's entrance during WrestleMania weekend was the best.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know who else had a better one. No one had.
I like the Rollins one a
I-
lot.
I
just
I
because
just-
of the
peacock suit?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
The lingerie?
No, the people in the beginning too.
Yeah, but did you see the outfit?
The outfit was funny.
I was so
know-
the lace. I was like, what is
It
up with
reminded
that?
me of Liberace's outfit when he was at WrestleMania
Yeah.
1. I thought that was a nice little
I'm also
tribute.
biased because my daughter loves having me. She demands the Seth Rollins song in the back of the car every
yeah.
time, just so she
So
can do
that's
the
so good.
oh, and she does this motion all the time. It's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
She's a mark already. That's good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So good.
But so you picked that over Cody coming out?
Yeah, the Cody entrance was dope. The
It was.
AEW, the fact that he had the same
It's
AEW
insane.
entrance, it was amazing. It was fucking.
That's how I know he's not going to win any titles or do anything
Goosebumps.
because they marked so hard for him to be at WrestleMania. He got there, and that's not even his favorite entrance. So
I don't think that's
that just shows you he's going to plummet in WWE.
That doesn't mean anything.
He's already losing support. I just want to throw that out
He's
there.
not losing support.
Yeah, he didn't get the
I'm
support in
just
the
being-
beginning.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
His
Here
WrestleMania
we
was
go.
bland. I mean, his match was great, but the pop he received was nothing.
I just want to say I'm never wrong. I'm just.
Gary, have you
I'm just
ever in your life
Then why did you
Hold on.
shave?
I'm right about different things.
Gary, have you ever in your life got your ears checked? Because I really think you should get your
Yeah,
ears
he
checked.
should get his
I watched that
fucking
match
ears
3
checked.
times, and that was like
I watched
no one
it
knew
once
who
and
that
I didn't
was.
have to watch
I
it 3
watched it
times. Did you watch it on
twice.
mute 2 out of the 3 times?
Nope,
Was
nope,
it on
nope,
low volume?
nope, nope. Full
Did you have
blast.
closed captions?
Full fucking closed cap. What do you think they would
Do
say?
you not hear the words?
What words do you think they would say?
That was-
like,
that was
oh
insensitive,
yeah,
I'm
no
sorry.
one knows who the fuck this guy is.
They were chanting for him before.
Yeah, all
whole-
12 people. 12
Yeah.
people were chanting for him.
Not 12 people.
12.
I think
there was no one who fucking knew who he was.
I think there's some gold in those dares, boy. You gotta shovel those out.
Yeah.
I don't know what you heard.
I think there's something called seeing things through rosy glasses, and that's what you're doing. There's some
No,
there's some
this is a
rose
mask.
in
I love
that
He's
mask.
over. He is.
Yeah,
I love the gentleman quips
He's
right
over
now.
now that people got a chance to like go home and like research and be like, oh fuck, that's what Stardust looked like. But no,
This is the mixed reception of Cody Rhodes. There is the people who
Don't care.
There are WWE marks who fucking love it. There are people in the middle who love all of pro wrestling, who love it.
oh, I was putting you guys in the.
Well,
WWE
I mean,
marks
I was
part.
gonna
not a
Yeah.
WWE mark, and you
I
know
agree.
this.
100% W mark.
I
You know
agree.
this.
Hot kettle
And
black,
since the
but it's
beginning, since
marks.
episode 1 of
I'm not.
Legit Heat,
Both of you.
No,
since
he's a little more
episode-
than I.
Anyone who thinks Cody
I
Rhodes is
give-
going to eat
I
is good
give-
is a mark.
I give
He's
credit.
a good worker.
I give credit
just
where
not
credit is due. I get,
championship
and I'm giving
material.
WWE. I gave WrestleMania a 7. Okay, I gave WrestleMania a 7.
That's why you're a
I
mark.
give WWE Credit where credit is due, and don't say anything because you gave WrestleMania a fucking
He's
8.
the biggest WB mark sitting
I
next to
because
gave
because of
WrestleMania
the
an 8.
in ring
Okay.
work. Because
I am an-
and
wasn't
Charlotte
I
Flair
am-
and Charlotte Flair.
I
Because of the
am-
You
in
don't
ring
watch
work.
WWE for in
That
ring
match
work.
was
You watch
terrible,
it for
by
the
the way.
entertainment.
All right, listen.
The
I
Ronda
don't-
I am
Rousey
a
Charlotte
fan.
Flair
Hold
match
on.
was terrible.
I need to discuss this with Gary the same because
I'm
I knew
a-
I was going
go
to catch
ahead.
this bullshit.
But I am an all
Terrible.
pro wrestling fan.
I don't care about what the match
it is all
was
pro wrestling.
because they wanted to pair her with Ronda Rousey. If they paired her with another good wrestler, then she would have had a good in-ring work match. But she didn't. It's not my fault that Charlotte Flair is better than who she was
Hey, what's-
wrestling.
what's
and
Jimmy's
she had to
catchphrase?
say what?
What's Jimmy's catchphrase?
Oh, Shayna?
Jimmy's catchphrase.
Oh.
Jimmy's catchphrase?
Yeah.
What is your catchphrase, Jimmy?
He could have a good match with a broomstick.
Yeah.
So if Charlotte was good,
Charlotte Flair
she
could
should
have
be
a
able to
good-
do a good match with Ronda Rousey.
You're right. That is his catchphrase. I love it. And Charlotte Flair looked perfect. I thought. Listen,
I
That's
agree.
not how wrestling
Let me
works.
ask you a question.
Wrestling is making
I agree.
both people look
so
great.
so did.
But don't to interrupt you. Don't call me a WWE mark because you gave WrestleMania an 8 and I gave it a 7.
Well, she could have got her. Dude, are we all not gonna agree that half of that match I thought Ronda Rousey was gonna like pull her shoulder out the socket? Like she didn't even look like she was doing
I'm not a fan of Ronda
arm
Rousey.
drags or
Yeah.
this shit. She wasn't doing anything. Look, I thought she was 2 seconds away from snapping Charlotte Flair's shoulder. I'm like, I don't even know how she's dealing with this right now, and you know how Charlotte Flair's attitude is. Because she is the best, so I wouldn't want to deal with anybody's shit either. Because I'm the best, like I don't like dealing with this guy's shit.
Yeah, so what?
But anyways, I just thought Charlotte
He's the
Flair
best at
was
shaving his
great.
head.
Yeah, that's true.
Charlotte Flair was great. If you're unsatisfied with the match, it's because of Ronda Rousey. It's not Charlotte Flair's fault.
Again, you need to be. If you're really that great, both people look great. It doesn't matter.
You know what, guy? We can't save the world.
I agree with him.
We can't save the world. Good people can't save. Why? Shawn Michaels never had a bad match. Bret Hart never had a bad match.
No, neither of the two.
Okay, I'll find.
But Daniel
I'll find one
Bryan's
next-
never had a bad match.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'll find 3 of them next week and I'll bring them to you.
You can. You can.
I'll find 3 bad
Hollywood,
matches.
hey,
I know I will.
Hollywood, let me save you the trouble. I
My
tried.
catchphrase is accurate as fuck,
Yeah.
and it's not really my I'm gonna be honest. I heard it somewhere, and it makes sense. If you're a phenomenal professional wrestler, if you're the perfect pro wrestler, you can have a match with a fucking broomstick.
This is
Listen,
gonna be a
I'm gonna
callback.
find you. I'm gonna find you a TNA Jeff Jarrett laying on the ground moment with the 3 people you just mentioned. Thank you, and I'm gonna.
That was WCW.
Was it
Yes.
WCW? Whatever. I thought it was TNA.
I was too
but-
young for Daniel Bryan, so
What was it the end of WCW? They did that.
Yes. This is a callback to a couple episodes ago. I'm going to give Gary credit, and he's right. I could not find a bad Kurt Angle match. So your argument is invalid. Sorry.
Because of Kurt Angle.
Well, because I'm saying like if you're that
I will find
good,
the bad matches.
You can.
I will
you
find
can-
one of them.
What's your
Please do.
catchphrase?
One or
if you're,
two.
If you're that good, you
You
can
can have
wrestle
a match with
broomstick.
a broomstick.
Yeah.
But there's always listen.
This isn't Hollywood, George, where you put Johnny Depp in a fucking bad movie.
Everybody has one bad match, and sometimes it's
Easy,
not
Mickey
on
Rourke,
them;
okay?
it's on their opponent. It
Rodney
doesn't
the
matter
Ram
if it was
over
in
here.
the independent circuit or when you were first coming up, or when you just had a bad blood with somebody, so they ruined the match on you. I will find Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart. I will find 3 bad matches, and I'll present them to you next week.
Please.
And if I don't, I'll take
Please find
one
those.
shot from each of you.
Also, let me
Okay.
rule
I'll-
out one
I'll-
right now
I'll do
because I
that
know what you're
right
gonna
now.
do.
Yeah.
The Daniel Bryan Sheamus match does not count. It has to last longer than 2
And I
minutes.
still like that one.
That wasn't a match.
So
I know what you
I
mean.
mean, it technically was, but
I know
I'm
what
cutting you
mean.
down to 2 chops for that now.
For what?
the 2 chops.
For you're taking away a 2-minute match.
Because it wasn't in 2 minutes. It was 12 seconds.
Was it bad?
No, it wasn't bad, but I know that's what
It's-
we're going to go with.
It was one
Gary,
move.
12
That's what you were
seconds and it
gonna-
wasn't bad.
that's what you were
had
gonna get
enough.
at.
That was long
Tell you
enough
what,
for you to decide good or
Sheamus
bad.
sold the shit out of that. Or not Sheamus. Daniel
No
Bryan
one
sold the shit out
listens
of
to
that.
you anymore. You're bald now. On your head and on your face. Because
Just-
you lost a bet.
Just like your vagina.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
You know what, let me tell you something, all right?
Charlotte, what you think?
Let's
Charlotte?
fucking go.
It really doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter what I look
2008,
like.
2009, Randy Orton looking motherfucker over here.
I'm bald just like these 3 guys' vaginas. And I'm still the best looking guy on the podcast.
I like my
I'm
picture.
sorry. It's true. It's true. I'm bald like Kurt Angle. You couldn't find a bad match like you couldn't find a bad look from me. And I'm sorry, but that's how Hollywood rolls.
Shit. God.
Mike Skills.
I've never heard so many like lies within 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. This. Anyway, what's the next topic?
Yeah.
This was amazing. No, this
See
is
how nobody
amazing.
had a rebuttal? That's because they're all
This
mid-carders.
was amazing.
Mid-carders.
It's mid.
There
mid.
are
It is whatever.
Mid.
There
It's
are
a
three
mid-card.
types of people in the wrestling world. Okay, there are WWE marks, there are AEW marks, there are people who love all of pro wrestling. I'm a person who loves all of pro wrestling. I will, but from fucking day one of the first episode, and I've had guys tell me, you know, you're too high on this AEW stuff, whatever. I definitely lean more towards AEW. All I'm saying is WWE's been doing on a decent run since WrestleMania. Yeah. What I am noticing is the people, and I'm not accusing my good friend Gary of anything because I love him to death. The people who are not enjoying the Cody return are the AEW marks.
I'm a fan of all pro wrestling. I am also just a fan of morals. And Cody Rhodes specifically said many, many times how he went to AEW to create something. How he went and created this whole new world that was not WWE. How he specifically broke Triple H's throne. And then what does he do? He goes back to kiss Triple H's ass.
No,
I'm
he
marking
made it
for
clear
Gary
that it's
the
pretty
Saint right
selfish
now.
reasons.
I'm marking hard for Gary because I can't disagree with a single word he just said, and that's the same
I
way.
hate people who go back on their fucking word.
And you know what? He's not going to do a single fucking thing in
He'll win Money in the Bank
WWE.
and fail.
That's it. He's not.
So I'm gonna throw a little bit of a hybrid into that. I was excited. I'm glad it was a jump over. It's the first jump over from AEW to WB.
It's
It's
good
good
for
for
all
business.
of-
It's
yes.
good for wrestling. But if you're willing to leave a company where you can literally do whatever the hell you want and you're genuinely happy just to go win a world champion
But you're not gonna do that.
That doesn't really even not that it doesn't really matter, but I mean I get it, but like I mean unless that's just fucking straight up storyline and isn't legit, then I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in him. I'm a little disappointed.
I need a minute, 1 minute, literally. I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to do anything in WWE. I think this is not good for wrestling. I think this is bad because because
WWE
this is
mark
why
over here.
it's not you're unbalancing the scales now. Okay, so it would have been good for
Unbalancing
wrestling.
the scales.
For
Did you not see that
Listen-
amazing match that Suzuki and Joe had last night? I'm
no,
definitely
it was
think AEW
amazing,
won the,
and that
won the
that
trade.
plays into my point. If I can get some credit where you guys are telling me it's not a good thing to add titles to AEW, but when we're how excited for you for the Ring of Honor Television Championship to be on the line between.
Even if it wasn't for a title,
I didn't know that was
care.
for the title.
Yeah, it was for the title.
It was
Yep,
for the
it's
title.
title.
Samoa Joe's the new
And
television title.
next and that Battle of the Belts
I
too.
think that to
It's
give
for
you a
another
little
title, too.
something, I'm not agreeing with you, but to give you a little something, they don't need to add AEW titles because now they can add titles from the
Yes,
independent
and that's what I
scene.
love about AEW.
Sure, yeah.
It's like NXT.
I always
They can
love
go
AEW.
in and out where they
Bro,
want.
there's a
and
lot
when
of
they
things
want.
that AEW
That's good
does
for pro
better
wrestling.
still. Yeah, but you can't. Nah, bro.
Nah, what?
Cody crossing over is great for all of pro wrestling. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear it.
it's
Whether
it
he
just-
wins the title or not, which he cut that fucking promo. This dude needs to shut the fuck up.
we're
neighbors
in
going.
Providence. It is what it
Fucking
is. Go
rude,
ahead.
bro.
I know. Go ahead.
God damn
trying
it.
to
Civil
record a
League. I'm
podcast
sorry.
here.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes coming back, whether he wins the title or not, which he made clear that's his next move after Rollins.
His, not WWE's, but go ahead.
I think, huh?
Yeah, I said his, maybe
We'll
his
see.
move, but not
That's what I'm
will
WWE.
saying.
see.
He's not
We
getting
will
it.
see. Regardless of if he wins it or not, I think it's good for all
I'll
the
let
pro
you
wrestling.
chop me in the face if he wins a Universal or World Championship.
Wow.
I'll let you smack me in the face.
If he wins the Universal
If he wins the
Championship.
Universal, I'll give you.
I look forward to the shake.
What's the cap here? This year?
Yeah, we gotta. I don't know what I. All right, so let's make the cap because you're you're convinced he's
By
gonna win Money in the
WrestleMania?
Bank, right? You're convinced
One
you're
year at a
convinced he's
time?
gonna win Money in the Bank, right?
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was you who thought Cody Rhodes was gonna win Money in the Bank.
I'll take
You
Brock
were on
over
my
that.
side for
I'll
that.
agree with you. Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you.
So WrestleMania?
I mean, that's a long time trying to shorten
That's
it
a
for
year.
these people.
That's 1 year. It's not that bad.
How short do you feel? Because I'm trying to let the people catch me with a slap as quick as possible. But how much confidence do you have in Cody Rhodes?
Long-term
I have to
booking,
give you
man.
till WrestleMania.
My thing, one thing I'll be complete. I'm not 100. The thing with me is that I think you're misinterpreting the fact that I think Cody Rhodes coming back is good for all of pro wrestling. I don't think he's gonna get buried.
I just wanted to see a slap.
I
So mad now.
think that at some point a title is in his future.
Yeah,
but at the
Intercontinental.
same
Thank
time,
you.
no, the
I'm
world
right
title.
on.
No
The
way.
right
world
on
title.
par with Gary. Not a world
But
championship.
Roman is still in God mode.
Yeah.
We have to. It's the battle of the at that point it'd be the battle of the heel face of the WWE and the guy that they want to be the baby face of
By
the
the time he
WWE.
gets to that level, he's gonna have to be a heel because WWE doesn't know how to make faces anymore.
And I'm just gonna jump in and say, if they wanted Cody Rhodes to be a world heavyweight champion, then they would have did it when they signed him the
nobody-
first
I'ma make something
time.
clear.
His first run in
I'm gonna make something
WWE.
clear. Okay, unless WWE drives him into the ground with the continuing to force him on social media, right? Cody Rhodes, after the promo that he gave about his family legacy and how he wants to bring the title home for his dad and everything, he's not gonna be a heel after that.
It's a nice
Not
feel-good
anytime
story.
soon. Not anytime soon.
because promos always matter.
Okay.
They should, but I mean, Gary's right.
Yeah. How many times have we heard fucking, I don't know, Liv Morgan saying she wants to be women's champion?
That's
That's a little rude, but okay.
You know what I'm saying, though,
that's a
right?
good word
I,
for
I
it, yeah.
understand. Yeah,
Like,
I
you
mean,
could say it all
I
you
mean, we
fucking
said
want.
worse
I would
stuff
hope
tonight, I
everyone
think.
wants to be a fucking world champion. But
Yeah.
guess what? Like our marks say on the comments, it's scripted. And unless Vince chooses you, it ain't happening.
No, I'm not saying it automatically means he's winning the title. I'm saying after that promo and
He got a tour
his-
bus. He got I don't know, whatever else he got in his contract.
My
He ain't
thing
getting
is
shit.
between his fantasy legacy thing that people love those stories.
They do, yeah.
It's between that and the fact that WWE already has their investment in their best heel. They're not gonna make Cody go heel.
All right, so I've been
choice
drinking, so I
sometimes.
kind of forgot. But did we go over like who we think is gonna be the one to beat Roman Reigns already?
no, I mean,
We did.
What is he? Is he drinking just the beer?
Nah.
We did.
What did it like?
All right,
Well,
so
I
let's
remember.
go back to.
I remember Drew McIntyre.
Welcome
We said
back.
no. We said no to Shinsuke. I said Brock Lesnar. You guys said no. You think Cody
I
Rhodes?
said Cody. He said Rollins. My secondary is
All right.
Rollins.
I think
He said.
I think I said Cody.
I thank you for the. I think I said Cody. So now I feel
So
less
go
drunk.
ahead.
I'm a
But yeah,
kid-
you said Brock. You think Brock.
Yeah,
That's
so you
fine.
think Cody Rhodes? You think Brock Lesnar's gonna lose to Roman Reigns, but they're gonna like Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns? Cody. Let me say that again. Cody Rhodes is gonna beat Roman Reigns.
Are you looking at this man?
I kind of do.
You said Seth Rollins.
If I had to choose between who I think is going to win between Cody Rhodes or Brock Lesnar, it's Cody Rhodes. I hate
Oh
it,
my gosh.
but I at this point in his career, I think
Like the
Lesnar
sky's
is
gonna
like
crack
Undertaker.
open.
Yeah.
Nothing he can do will ever
Everyone
ruin his own
knows that
legacy.
he's, Hollywood
All
is
it
gonna
does
come through
is
the thing.
help other
Other
people.
Brock Lesnar beats Roman Reigns. He takes the title. You get your Rock and your Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania, and Cody Rhodes maybe beats Brock Lesnar for the championship. Since you love to say Brock Lesnar likes putting people over, so he can put. What's better to put Cody Rhodes over
That won't happen.
and build up your Rock storyline with Roman Reigns?
This is my thing. I understand what you're saying because I did say that Brock is in his stage in his career where he's like a Jericho or where.
So pick your poison.
Jericho's not really putting people over,
but what is more important in the WWE now than Brock putting someone over is the heel Roman, God mode Roman, losing to somebody.
But it's just
You can't even
That's the
disagree with
ultimate
that.
rub.
It can't be somebody. It can't be anybody. It has to be somebody. Cody Rhodes is not a somebody. Seth Rollins is not a somebody. Brock Lesnar is a somebody, and he's the one buddy.
See, the only
if
somebody
that's
that you
even a
know, because
word.
that's the only name that you can
I just,
think of.
I just
It says on
cannot
his
see
t-shirt,
it
he can't
happening.
say anyone else.
that's
why he wears a name tag that says
truly
his own
cannot
name.
fathom.
That makes sense.
I truly
fuck?
cannot fathom anybody else. The roster is shit right now. The way you built up Roman Reigns,
right.
you made him look like he's fucking indestructible. Who else is it's just Brock. There's nobody else with that level
But
of
Brock
juice.
is also
Guys,
indestructible.
take it from
Or
Roman
wait,
Reigns.
Brock
hold on.
isn't indestructible at this point,
So,
right?
so didn't
No, because they
Brock
had to.
just
They played it
lose?
off. He
like
got
7
cheated
days
out of
ago?
the win. Roman Reigns
In order
won
for
by
your- in order
hitting him
for
with the
your-
belt and Paul Heyman helping out.
It
He didn't
doesn't
have
matter.
a clear,
It
decisive
doesn't
win,
matter.
bro.
It doesn't matter.
That's how they're gonna play this.
How many
I'm
people?
telling you.
How many
Telling
people
you.
in the history of our lives as wrestling fans got steel chair shots to the head and still got back up?
Yeah.
How many people got
And
steel
won.
chair shots to the face from the Hardy Boys and only stumbled back 3 steps? Brock Lesnar.
Oh gosh.
Go look up the clip.
We don't need to. We know it.
Yeah,
Come
we know
on,
the clip. We know
guys.
the clip.
Come on, guys.
Does Cody's return
Come on,
hurt
guys.
AEW?
It does.
Does he return to AW?
You think so?
I so think. If anybody else
There's
wants
no
to, I'll
chance
get
in
it.
hell
It's-
Tony Khan welcomes him back.
It hurts.
mean,
It's
If
so
he
bad.
does, he puts him in the tour bus without brakes.
Yeah.
Tony Khan on a couple podcasts has shown support to Cody. Doesn't
Yeah, he
mean
has.
it doesn't mean that that's what
Right.
it is behind
right.
the scenes.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
Yeah.
do we think you think it hurts AEW?
The guy who smashed the Triple H throne is now in WWE,
you think it hurts
working
AEW?
for Triple H. I just think that there's like wrestlers that can be swapped from WWE, AEW, WWE, but I don't. Cody Rhodes was one that I think is like it shouldn't have been. Like that's a bad look for AEW.
I think it's a bad look. I agree with you. I don't think it hurts them as a company where they're gonna fucking tank.
No.
But I think it hurts them in a sense that it's a bad look for AEW that he did that.
Definitely, absolutely.
I think it's a bad look for AEW. I think it's a bad look for Cody Rhodes.
I think
That
it's more.
too.
Yeah,
He looks
no,
like a jerk off.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna hurt AEW. I don't think it looks bad. I think they'll because like they lost Cody and what changed?
Well, they
Nothing.
put out a shitty ass show when we were in Boston the other night.
Okay, well,
Did you guys enjoy
They came
that?
back.
We talked about that, and I was surprised that we were that you like this is how you know that you're a pro. I
Yeah, you
I
guys
troll
fucking
and I talk
left
my
right
shit.
away.
I have no problem
I
trashing
troll-
AEW when
yeah.
it needs to be trashed.
I
Oh,
troll,
sure, yeah.
I troll and I talk my shit, but I know that like me, we're all I think all pro wrestling fans.
I'm a fan of ice cream too, but I can tell you when ice cream is
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I guess
No, I
Britt,
get
Britt,
that.
Britt Baker
That
wasn't there
week-
then
Yeah, Britt Baker also wasn't there.
Yeah, that
Because she said she was taking time off until the
until
Pittsburgh
Gary
show.
loves her. I think she
Yeah,
said that to me. I was
that's-
so
that's the problem.
Yeah, that's
it
it.
was
That's for
it was
sure.
horrible timing.
She needs to
that
get
week.
sainted first.
Sure.
It was
I
it was
love it.
it was horrible timing that week for AEW to be bad right after what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was terrible timing.
In Boston, it's not like we're some fucking C-level show.
No, but what I
Tony came
mentioned
out multiple
to-
times and said, "Oh yeah, I love Boston," and
I
then gave us a
hated that.
fucking terrible
He came
show.
out and was like, and what did he say? He was like, and the card is stacked for tonight. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He always says that. Shit.
Well, let's.
And
you
usually
guys
it's
were there,
true.
but you
Yeah, true.
you love the Samoa Joe. You all pop for Samoa
yeah.
Joe.
that was probably the
obviously.
highlight of my night.
I was watching on TV like, oh,
And
these
Christian
guys
Cage
got to see
and,
this live.
Cole,
Yep.
Adam Cole and Christian Cage was actually really
went-
good.
It was a
too.
good match.
And then yep.
Can we talk about how bad the Hardy Boys Butcher and Blade tables match was?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a great.
worst match I've ever seen in my life.
That was
I did
a
not
great,
get that.
Not great.
All right, so what do you think? What is a normal? Did you watch the match?
Clips and highlights.
Okay. What do
The
you
Darby
think a
Allin
tables
and-
match ends at?
with somebody going through a table.
Right. How many people do you think went through a fucking table in this match?
So many.
Yeah.
How many? A bit like what?
Jeff
they didn't
Hardy
call
himself
It?
went through like 4 tables.
They did. And
That's
what?
exactly
it was.
because I
It was
remember saying-
a legit table match. Like
Yeah.
through the table is the
That's
winner.
how tables matches are supposed to go.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
It didn't end until Jeff Hardy leapt off a fucking ladder onto someone through a table.
I literally was like,
How are the other
like,
table
That's it. That's
break-
the match. The
like,
match was just 30
How were
seconds.
the other tables broken?
There were at least-
Indecisively, or like,
Matt Hardy did
I have
a
to go
twist
back
of
and watch
fate
the match
off-
now.
Matt Hardy did a twist of fate off the apron to someone through a table. I know someone jumped through their own table and like at that point I was
Fell,
like, okay,
that's-
that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
People do not fuck with what I learned in Boston, and I've been ignoring it the last
Thank
couple
you, Scotty
shows.
Mac.
People are not fucking with Sammy Guevara right now.
No, they're not.
That's another bad
I thought that
hit
was
for
just a racist
AEW.
ass Boston thing. It was
But they're
not.
not. Yeah, I've been watching it, and
I think it's a Tay thing.
I thought that was
It-
YouTube. You
yes.
filmed this, huh?
They put those two together and they
It's
became
not-
annoying.
Yeah, they became annoying. Exactly. They're becoming because and
It's over the top
I'm gonna
annoying.
piggyback off that.
Over the top annoying.
AEW fans do not want
Relationships.
the WWE couple that has the potential for a reality show.
Yep.
No, yeah,
And
well,
that's the
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
That's
Put
the
Britt
vibe
Baker
that
and Adam
Sammy,
Cole together and see what happens.
Yeah.
It won't end well.
No,
I think opposite, but
you put no.
I want to see a good faction.
They've
form
put
from all that.
No,
You don't.
Here's the difference. They've put Adam Cole and Britt Baker on television to wrestle together.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes maybe even Cole will threaten Tony Schiavone and say, "Don't talk about my girl."
Right.
But the thing with Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti is it's giving the Miz and Maurice vibes.
Yes.
It's giving the Cena and Bella vibes. It's
Yeah.
giving the even Daniel Bryan and Brie vibes.
Yeah.
Where
I'm sorry, Tay
it has
Conti,
the
but she's
potential.
dragging him down.
Yeah.
She's dragging him down.
The thing is, it's the way, and it might not be their fault. It might be the way Tony Khan's booking that. AEW fans don't want to see that.
Yeah, I agree.
We already and pro wrestling fans don't want to see it because we already get that on the Monday night and Friday night shows that we watch, where it's like, okay, we already get that. We don't want to see that on Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah.
But I just think Tay Conti drags him down because of her mic skills, and I think that, to defend my point, Britt Baker and Adam Cole on a mic together next to each other would just give me MJF
I wouldn't
vibes.
even say like Ty Conti on the mic. She's just like a foreign girl, so she's got the accent. That's
It has nothing to do
what
with
it
the
is.
accent. Yeah, it's not
I
the
think
accent.
it's just the vibe. It's just the
it doesn't-
WWE couple vibe where they literally look like you can give them a reality show right
She's
now.
feel
I'm like,
because it feels scripted,
Yeah,
correct?
exactly,
That's what I
exactly.
meant by that. She just, when she speaks on the mic, it's
Yes.
like scripted. It's not natural. Like, oh
Well,
shit.
it's not scripted. They're usually on cue cards, and it's usually during a commercial break.
and now you either have to keep going through the awkwardness every week, or just make them go heel because they have legit heat.
Or just split them up.
Yeah.
Please
I
just
would-
split
I
them
would
Or
up.
just not put them on
I
TV.
vote
yeah.
split them.
I do love what they're doing.
I want Sammy to like put her through a table and like
I do love what they're
Go
doing.
heel for that way.
I do love what they're doing now with Sammy and Ty versus the American Top Team.
Oh yes.
That Boston show, for some reason, I didn't hate them before, but I love the American Top Team just because they have legit heat, and
Right,
we
yeah.
love that.
Of course. I mean, I do
No.
like Ethan Page, and I do
no,
like. I
it's
do
not
like,
legit heat.
I hate.
It
have
is-
cheap
Oh
heat.
no, I like Ethan Page.
Cheap
I heard
heat,
Page
yeah.
and I said hate immediately.
yeah.
You know why?
You just throw
You
it
know
at
why?
him.
All
No, I
ego.
know.
All ego. Ethan
I
Page.
like-
is
I like
superior
ego.
I love
to
him.
And I like-
Cowboy.
and I like
Adam.
Love
Scorpio.
him. But I can't. How many Texas death matches is Adam Page gonna have? And
He's had one.
Gary brought up a beautiful point. Are they even in Texas
Yes.
tomorrow?
Yes. Can you?
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Okay, I just want to make sure. But I mean, like, it's just repetitive. It's boring. He's
We just
boring.
saw one.
I want to see Adam Cole versus
That we
CM
did.
Punk. I don't want to
That's
see
gonna be
Adam
good
Cole.
though. Adam Cole versus Hangman is gonna be good. We know that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna be a
it's gonna
good
be
match,
I'm really
but I
looking
just
forward to this all out.
I'm looking
This
forward
is gonna be
to
really nice. It's gonna
Adam
be
Cole
good.
winning.
All out. All in.
Uh,
Double or nothing.
Double
I don't
or
know
no-
what
double
the
or
fuck
nothing.
is it called.
Double or nothing. I think. Yeah, no, it's gonna be
You
good.
know which one it is?
It's some
It's only
casino.
5.
Before we get into AEW, because now I'm getting excited about the future talk of
Yeah.
AEW. If there's a war that Cody started, right? Who do we think has the edge if there is a war? WWE or AEW?
AEW. That's not even close.
Yeah, AEW, because I mean WWE they can try to like production wise they'll blow AEW out of the water, but
Yes,
like wrestling
WWE is already established,
Yeah.
but in terms of production, and
That's it,
yes,
though.
and the fact that they've been, it's just WWE.
WWE,
Right.
But
and I hate to say it.
okay,
Because this is why I think they're gonna do nothing with Cody Rhodes too. They're the driving force and machine in
Yes.
professional wrestling. They didn't take Cody Rhodes to make him something. They took Cody Rhodes so AEW didn't have
and it's
him
not
anymore.
professional wrestling. Remember, it's sports,
Sports
entertainment.
entertainment, and that's
It's
why
not a
Vince
belt.
won the Monday Night
It's
Wars.
not a belt. It's a title.
I know, and I just
And that's gonna hurt Cody Rhodes.
It's not wrestlers,
Holy fuck.
it's superstars. I love that on Raw, by the way.
Yeah, that was-
Amazing writing, whoever did it. If it was Vince itself.
Oh no. That was straight up Cody fucking ups.
Cody fucked up. Cody fucked up.
And he's gonna pay
And-
for that shit.
And Miz,
You think that was a fuck up?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
you
For
know that
sure.
people fucking hated and shitted on the Miz, and I hated that.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. Thank you. Cody Rhodes immediately goes into a feud with the Miz. Oh, that is going down ways.
You're one of those people. Miz is not a bad fucking guy.
He's
not a
not,
bad-
but at
no.
where
He
he is in
is
his
not a
career
top
right
star.
now, that's not. If he's wrestling, if Cody Rhodes went to him, Cody Rhodes is not going
It's
to
a
Roman
Raw
Reigns.
match. They're not gonna
He's-
get. It's a Raw match.
It's a
But
slow,
here's
it's
my
a slow
thing.
burn, I
that
guess.
promo, that back and forth on the mic was solid.
The Miz is gonna cost Cody Rhodes the match at Backlash and start up
Love
a
it.
program.
And agree with it.
It's gonna start up a program between the Miz
I could see
and Cody
it.
Rhodes.
I could see it just because of how.
and
great.
this is what the
Did you see the back and forth with them? Because it was amazing. It was another
Clips,
instance. It was
yeah.
another instance where Miz does really well against the wrestlers. Bryan Danielson with talking smack, and then Cody Rhodes on Raw, where you had all fans of pro wrestling watching Raw, and you saw that, and you were like, "Oh shit, Cody said that on Raw," and then Miz goes, "Nope."
No, yeah.
I'm
Correct,
I'm the fucking heel here, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say that's not a belt. It's a title. We're not wrestlers. We're superstars. Miz is a fucking beast, bro.
I watched it. I took your advice and I watched WWE Evil, and I actually
good, right?
the only one I didn't watch was the Stephanie McMahon one yet, but
haven't seen that
I
yet.
did start with the Miz because you guys saw me too, and I
Brilliant.
did take a lot of shit, and it
good.
is
Brilliant.
very good
Didn't change
one.
my opinion on that at all.
Where Miz
Maybe like him a little
Miz thrives the
Sasha
most.
Banks one though.
Yeah. Miz is at a point in his career where it's almost
Sasha
like Cena as a face, where people at this point later in life, like later in his career, are like, you know what, I respect Miz as a heel. So sometimes he doesn't get the heat all the time because people have that respect for him, but where he thrives no matter what, if you put a wrestler in front of him, he's thriving.
Yeah, it's true.
Whether it was talking smack
he
situation or
he
Raw,
knows what,
he knows
what to
exactly
do.
what to say to piss people off.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I watched
nice
that and I
skills.
was like, oh shit, it's all good. But
No, AEW still has the fucking edge. You know why? Because the people who actually care about pro wrestling are in AEW, and that's where they get to shine. When you go to WWE, you get your wings clipped, you get your tongue removed,
You do.
and it goes straight up Vince's ass. And
Right
that's
into the blender.
But there's not enough of us, Gary.
There's plenty.
There's not
They're
enough
all
of
in
people who
AEW.
feel like that.
They're all in AEW.
it's true, there is not enough fan base. He's
Oh,
talking
there's
about
a
people
fucking
who
huge
watch.
fan base.
But
When
not
has
enough
AEW
to
not sold out a show?
Listen,
Bro, this is something that somebody told me at the barbershop because they know that I'm a huge AEW fan. Will. The
Shout out
statistic that came, shout out to Will. The statistic that came out, and I'm a fucking ginormous AEW fan, but the statistic that came out this after WrestleMania, the numbers that Mania did that beat out the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was wild. The fact that
AEW's not doing that.
No, they're definitely
No.
not. There's no way. Like I said, production wise.
So that's what Hollywood George is talking about.
I'm
in the
saying
sense
everybody
that
sitting in this room are professional wrestling fans. This is what the target market
Yeah.
looks like for professional
Tony Khan,
wrestling.
I see what you're
You know
saying. That
why?
Tony
Sports
Khan- Tony
entertainment
Khan-
is little
Tony
kids
Khan-
to old ladies.
Tony Khan is building the craziest fucking roster in the world, and he will keep bringing people in.
Yeah, you will.
But I don't think that it's crazy to say this, but I don't think that that's enough to compete with what WWE has in terms of fan base, worldwide fan base.
And money.
They're literally
Let's be
everywhere.
honest, money
It's
too.
it's the fact that it's dumbed down.
I think.
All right, so
I
guys,
think
real
TK
quick,
has more money.
Do
than
we
Vince,
think that if
Really?
WWE
Than Vince,
decided
yes.
to
Nah,
put the
yeah,
U.S. title
I
and
think so,
IC title on the card and remove the 4 celebrity matches, they would have beat out the
He
Super Bowl?
does the net when you put the net worth together. Tell me again.
If WWE removed the 4 celebrity matches and put on the IC title and the U.S. title, would that have beat the Super Bowl?
Yes.
No. Nope. Logan Paul, Drew Dollars.
Stone Cold came back.
Yep.
Yeah, how
So
much?
cold,
we all
yeah.
look like idiots with the Logan Paul fucking pick, huh? We were all like, clearly Rey Mysterio went. No, am I wrong?
No, I picked Miz and Logan.
You
Paul.
picked Miz and
I
Logan
did.
Paul.
If you go back and listen,
Did he?
yeah.
I don't remember.
I think I just said trash.
I thought, yeah, we all just was.
I don't even know
didn't
if we
think,
picked anything.
but anybody even
I
thought
was the
it
one who was like automatically.
You
it's
really
Miz,
think it?
Logan
You
Paul.
really thought Logan Paul was going to win a
Yes,
tag
if you
team
go back, I
championship
promise you that was what I said.
over Ray and Dominic Mysterio?
Yes.
All right. I didn't see. I
Rewind the
didn't-
tape.
I
Let's
didn't-
find out.
I didn't think they were going in that direction, but
But no, if you remove the 4 celebrity matches and then Stone Cold, let's remove that too. They're not like beating the Super Bowl.
But it would still come very close because they do it every year. That's the thing.
Yeah, WrestleMania is hyped up. It has fucking 40
My thing
years of
is,
support.
WWE has that large fan base. AEW is years. I would say even a I would go as far as say they have a decade at least from being able to put on a show in a foreign place,
I'd give them
UK
that,
or Crown Jewel or a Crown Jewel situation. Or
They're going to
I
India
think-
right now.
AEW.
Yeah, that's why what's his face just debuted
Oh,
He's
are they
right.
really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
because of Discovery or something. They have a new partnership. There.
Discovery Network.
Well, I mean,
something
I
like
think
that.
they're really close to. I mean, granted, the Boston show was a little not thin, but there wasn't a full packed house, but like
That was a sold out show.
it was
Oh
really.
yeah. It announced
Thank you, Gary. Don't go to AEW shows and then trash them.
No,
Who
the
was in
show was
audience?
trash. Don't get me wrong.
Who was in the audience?
If you, I was.
If
You were, yeah.
if you were listen, if you would fucking let me listen, if you continue,
You said it wasn't sold out.
I can you
Go ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
I just
another
think they're
huge
getting closer
It's another huge
to
announcement.
be getting
He's
arena
got-
shows.
He's got fucking huge announcements all the time.
No one's paying attention to anything I say.
No, you're good. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Scott.
okay.
It's at once.
I was like,
No, I said I just think that they're close to getting to arena shows. Like maybe not huge arenas, but like I don't know, like
something big. Yeah.
like a AAA baseball stadium or like a
Yeah.
I mean, they
You
did
know?
Arthur Ashe. I show them love for that all the
Right,
time.
it's
There's
right, you did,
WWE
yeah.
marks who are like, "Oh, you like AEW? Like, what? They can't sell out stadiums." I'm like, "Well, I went to one."
That's right. That's right. I forgot that was a stadium.
And they had to increase and like leave the casino that they have been for Double or Nothing or
Right.
whatever the fuck.
I want them to be that great, Gary. I want them, but I'm saying like Arthur Ashe sold out,
Yep.
but in a wrestling state.
All right,
Right.
guys. What year is this? Like what? The third year for AEW?
Yeah,
2019.
it's gonna take
I
time.
believe,
It's
right?
gonna take
Oh, yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
What was
but it's-
WWE doing back in WrestleMania 3?
It's gonna take time, but my thing
terrible.
is,
Good point, Gary.
And to piggyback off what Scott told you earlier, Tony Khan is richer than Vince.
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
He owns the
By
he
3
part-
times.
part
Like
owner of Jaguar
Miles.
and a soccer team too. I think
The football team, the
football team.
Yeah.
Well, football team and football team.
All right, so then it's going to come down to developing the new talent that's going to be loyal to
That's what
AEW.
that's what Ring of Honor
and
is.
because
He's going to use Ring of Honor as like a developmental kind of
Yep.
who's coming up next kind of thing. I mean, Ring of Honor will still be a thing, but
I like that
it
they
might-
mix them, yeah.
It is kind of fun. Yeah, I do like actually the Ring of Honor title is going to be defended against Dalton Castle at
Battle of the Belts too. Yeah,
which
excited for that.
that's exciting. Like, who would have thought Ring of Honor championships would have been defended?
Same
Khan
thing with the
family.
Samoa Joe in the
Right,
you know
Ready?
what I'm saying?
Khan
That makes-
family, which shouldn't be a surprise because Arab money, if you ever heard of that.
This show is going
All
downhill.
together,
Start-off rates
pretty
of
pretty
10.
much
That's
pretty
it.
much 9 billion. Vince McMahon 2.2 billion.
And that number is inflated.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
All right.
100%.
But then just the side note for me would be the loyalty of like you have to develop these young stars.
No,
not
100%.
The veterans aren't going to leave
and at
WWE.
the end of the day, WWE is dumbed down. And I still love the product. Not love lately, but I still like the product, and there's still people who like the product. But it's dumbed down for family.
yeah, every once
Yeah.
in a while
You know
they'll
what?
give us
My
Barnum and Bailey.
daughter, for example, and I'm sure your son, they have you have more of a chance having them watch WWE and enjoying it than having them watch AEW just because it's
yeah.
it's
The
for
production
us.
value.
My
My
son's
wife
a little different. He
enjoys
likes
WWE more
violence a
than
little
she
bit
does
more.
AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like that's because there's pretty fireworks.
Undertaker,
So-
Mankind, Hell in a Cell is his
But
favorite match.
at the same time,
yeah.
my other big issue with this whole thing, I already lost my point, is that WE is, man, it's if Vince McMahon dies, I don't know if it helps the product or hinders the product. Because I don't think he retires.
For the longest time, I thought it would make it better, but you might be right.
It hinders it for sure.
Does it?
It makes it worse.
Why?
Because it's going to be
he's just the
someone's.
genius behind.
Is he though?
I mean, it is Vince's ice cream shop. You know, like Vince chooses the flavor.
As much as we
But
hate
Vince
his
still
decisions,
serves
he's
vanilla
keeping
I
it
chocolate
agree
running.
with
strawberry.
you. I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I agree with
It's
you.
him that because it's not about the bookings and the this and that. It's just like
We gotta
the
understand,
moments.
too.
He knows
We-
when to
we gotta
have somebody
understand,
come
too.
out. He knows when to have somebody lose, when to have somebody.
Yeah.
He
And we
doesn't,
gotta
though.
Anything.
And we
He-
gotta understand too
he
that
does, he just
Vince
sucks at
has
it
been-
lately.
I think Vince has also
So he doesn't.
and this is just an assumption, but Vince has also been picking some questionable people to like help him make the final decisions. Like the other
Yeah.
Khan, not a fan.
Not good.
Yep.
Bruce Pritchard, I think, is also another one that's like,
Not great.
He's a
He's
good
a
match
legend
producer,
though. He's
though.
responsible for a lot of like careers being made.
No, he
Sure,
is but also there's been, like, but the Khan I think is the one who's responsible for a lot of the cuts.
Well,
and
that
stuff.
producer
got
Pat
the
Buck
shitty
that
con.
just left WWE, guess where he just went to?
AEW.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
So
He said he wanted to focus more on family, which I guess it was like a schedule thing. But like the fact that and he was the one that produced the Rock and Roman match
So you
at
have
Mania.
your main event of WrestleMania producer leaving.
Yep. What does that show you?
Behind the scenes, that is as big of a deal as Cody Rhodes.
I would agree. Yeah.
And you can agree because you were such Jimmy, because you were such like a mark for Cody's going to help the WWE creatively. That was one of your big reasons for him coming over.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just in ring work; is what he's going to do creatively. So creatively, AEW just got to win, even though they lost Cody Rhodes.
Like, I still think they won that.
The real question is like, what's the time frame on it, right? Like, what is?
Yeah, we won't know right away.
When does win happen? Like, I don't think either or takes each other out of business, which is
No.
great because I think they both help the business. But
WWE has needed solid competition
Yep.
for years, and TNA couldn't really do it.
This is it though.
Ring of Honor definitely couldn't do it. New Japan tried, but yeah, no.
I think it's unrealistic to say that somebody that it'll happen overnight. That somebody's gonna
Right.
literally be neck and neck with WWE.
Yeah.
But it's enough that somebody is, causing the conversation that we're having right now.
Right, because we talk about all the time. Years ago when we were doing this, all we could talk about was WWE.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes we talked about Ring of Honor and New
TNA
Japan, but like in TNA,
yeah.
but like it was all garbage. It was fucking trash.
Yep.
But now it's
Now we have something on their heels.
exactly.
The longer
Now-
this fight goes, the better chance AEW has to.
Yep. I agree.
And the longer it goes, the better for pro wrestling. I don't want
Yes.
anybody to buy anybody out. Just keep it going.
Exactly.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
it
I
going.
agree.
Keep it. Well,
Um,
I mean, Tony just brought up Ring of Honor,
But, yeah,
but
independently, like
He
that-
saved Ring of Honor.
he did save
Yeah,
it.
he
No,
did.
that
He did.
that
and he's
that
gonna put a
was-
lot of superstars in the spotlight. So
And to Hollywood George's point a couple weeks ago, I think on his first episode, what the Ring of Honor purchase did for AEW was Tony doesn't have to add more AEW titles. Now he has titles from another
which
promotion.
I think makes it better.
Yeah,
I think
they
we
could
were
be
both
defended
right.
anyway.
Okay, they didn't add titles, but they have other titles being defended.
That
I
already
think
have
it
a
does
history.
make it
that-
better.
Yeah, they already have a
Yeah.
history that could kind of build stories. And
I don't know how much longer they premiere ROH stuff on AEW though. I feel like that's going to it's a big announcement right now, but it's
yeah.
going to be forced like
short term, yeah, it
Yeah.
could be. Yeah, that's fair.
While we're excited about AEW to close out the show, we have the rest of this, championship week thing that they got going on. Rampage tonight will have a special start time at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Finally.
Cole versus Page, I'm sure is going to be another classic, even though we have a lot of Texas death matches as Hollywood George's
We
stated.
literally had one.
Gun Club versus Blackpool Combat
Dog
Club.
collar
I'm very
match,
excited
that's kind of the
for.
same thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Two dog collar matches.
I don't care for the Owen qualifier. Battle of the Belts is kind of mid. I'm not
yeah.
going to lie.
It's Thunder and Nyla, which meh.
Give it to me.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be a good match.
I don't know.
We'll see.
That's
Thunder-
exactly what that's exactly what Thunder needs
Exactly. It's
to
gonna give a
look
good
impressive.
Yeah, Nyla, that's fair. I'll give you
Yep.
that.
Next week we will be reviewing what I'm sure is going to be a great Dynamite, Wardlow versus the Butcher, Hook's AEW Dynamite debut, which that statement right there, the way they hyped this made me think like, what is Rampage to them then? Because he's been on Rampage, so I
True.
mean, obviously Dynamite's the flagship show to them.
I just really hope Danhausen can figure out that cursing thing with
Yeah.
Hook. It's
I think
freaking me
Hook
out.
needs to
Love
show
that
me a little
Danhausen.
more. I'm gonna be honest with you.
This
I
is
love him, but needs to show me a
This is
little
gonna
more.
put Hook through the fucking
Yeah, it
roof.
is. Yeah, it is.
This is gonna get so many eyes on that dude in there.
I hope so. I hope it. I hope it
Hook
does.
will have the #1 T-shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah,
after
he
this.
will.
I'm pretty sure he already has.
He has, but he'll
Oh,
have
but
it again.
after this, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a Owen qualifier, Britt Baker versus Danielle Camella.
They've just been putting in like
The
indie
fact you
girls
couldn't
again.
pronounce
Yeah.
her last
Yeah.
name was
Willow was
should
great.
say right there.
I love Willow. Willow is so fantastic. I hope she's in AEW.
Another
soon.
Owen
too.
qualifier, Jungle Boy versus Kyle O'Reilly should be good. I love Jungle Boy matches by himself because he's one of
Yeah.
the pillars.
Yep.
Andrade versus
Shout out to
Darby.
Luchasaurus though, because he's so fucking
Yeah, he's a
fantastic.
beast.
Phenomenal
He's a fucking beast. He's one of the
in-ring
best.
worker.
He's one of the
Phenomenal.
best big men in the fucking game right
Yeah.
now.
Can I piggyback on that Pillars thing real quick?
Mhm.
I would say remove Sammy, put in fucking Ricky Starks.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Because I think Ricky's way underrated.
Remove Sammy is the. I agree with the first
He
part. I
doesn't
don't
seem
know
like he
about
has the
Ricky
No.
drive
Starks.
to like.
No.
No,
He doesn't
Powerhouse
want.
Hobbs
He
in
doesn't
there.
want it like that.
I mean
They
no,
underutilize
Hobbs is
Powerhouse
Britt
Hobbs.
Baker.
Oh yep.
I'll just put Britt
She is
Baker
the
as
fourth pillar.
pillar.
CM Punk was right. She is the
Yeah.
fourth pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrade versus
I
Darby
wish
in a
you could see
coffin
Gary's
match.
face.
I'm
That's
excited
gonna.
for that
I'm
one.
dying to see that.
Yeah.
That's
You
gonna
ready
be
for,
I'm dying to
Gary
see
the
that.
Saint's random ass prediction that probably won't happen, but well, I guess Gary's dream.
Tony's big announcement.
No,
Oh.
for the
He
Darby
does have a
match.
big
for the
announcement.
Darby
Ready?
match.
All right. So you remember the last coffin match where Darby like did the coffin drop through the coffin, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing's gonna happen where Andrade's like sitting up in the coffin, and then Darby's gonna do the same thing, but Darby gets out. Andrade gets out, and Darby does the coffin drop into the coffin, and that's how the match ends.
It's a coffin flop. I didn't rig shit.
That would be crazy.
I want a smart market. Smart. I'm Darby Allin. I think they're trying to do something like Darby Allin just doesn't lose coffin matches. But Mark, I would love to see Andrade Alito win
Hell
that
yeah.
match.
Hell yeah.
Big fan of him.
I 100%
Big
agree.
fan of him.
Yep,
I love
agree.
Darby too, but just
Give me Andrade over Darby.
I'm a big
Yeah.
Andrade fan.
Yeah, we
but I
I
love
don't
them
love
both.
Darby at all.
I love them.
I like
both.
him.
Darby's
I
okay.
love him.
Actually,
Actually,
let's
I
remove
do.
Darby
I love
Allin
them
as one of the
both.
pillars.
I mean, I do love when he looks like he's been shot out of a fucking cannon.
Yeah, he's like a young man. He don't give a shit.
I
He'll do
love
whatever.
Darby.
He'll just-
I can't not love him with how much like he doesn't give a fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mankind-esque.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he just does not
whatever.
have the charisma as Mankind.
No, but he does what he
whatever.
does. He needs to sell the show. He's like, it's like if Sting and Mankind had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
No,
fair. That's fair.
Yep. I think
I
that's
just
fair.
it's like the silent type mixed with like I'm doing this crazy shit, but I'm not gonna
and
explain
then
myself.
on Dynamite, Tony Khan has a huge announcement.
What else can there be?
That was my Tony Khan impression because he's fucking cringe. every
Coked
time.
out Tony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the huge announcement is I'm gonna be sitting next to JR. I quit the podcast. Tony
God.
Khan
Oh my
signed me.
god.
Oh shit.
Woo!
He saw the bet. He
Ratings
was
are gonna go
impressed
up
with
now.
it. He said, "You're a man of your word."
He said he was sick of looking at your bald ass and you need to put on Excalibur's mask.
But I'm looking at your bald fucking balls, Gary.
Wow, you shave your balls, Gary?
No, he just doesn't grow pubic hair.
Oh, okay.
Holy! How do you know that?
His wife told me.
He's not married yet.
Wait,
I am.
he is married. We already
Technically.
established this when he said he wanted to fuck Sky Blue.
Still do.
All right.
Let's close that out.
Please tell me this is all recorded.
This is all recorded.
I love
yeah.
it. Let's go.
Legit Heat episode
Legit Heat.
9. We will be back next week with the review of this amazing Dynamite that I'm sure we're gonna get.
Battle of the Belts. And finding out about Tony Khan's
See you
huge
next
announcement.
week.
Yeah.
See you next
fuck
week.
else
See you
could it
guys
be?
next week.
For,
I don't know.
For hopefully.
All right, you know
Heyman
what? Fuck
Page
it. To close out
loss.
the show, Tony Khan's big announcement. Go.
Yeah.
Partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Kurt Angle's coming on
Safe
AEW.
pick, but
Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle's coming to
That's
AEW.
a fucking bold pick.
I've never felt so many emotions at once.
You got to rush, right? You love it, huh? A little
It's not
tingle in
gonna
you.
happen. But
It's being talked about.
what? No, it's not.
It's being he's being pulled between WWE and AEW, and he doesn't know what he wants to do right now. It's being talked about. If you want to further it next episode, you can. but
I don't
go
know
ahead.
where the fuck you get your sources
I'm
from.
just-
Yeah,
telling
I
you.
don't know.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
It's the same person who said Bray Wyatt was coming back at WrestleMania.
But
So
I got you
all
guys
he
all
does
tingly.
is get my favorites way up here and be like,
Yeah,
"Oh
you
my
got-
god, that's all I can fucking think about
Right.
for a week."
and then it kicks you right in the dick
Yep,
after about
that's
it.
100% what happens.
The-
His
the-
big announcement is that they are going to some big arena for another pay per view later down the road.
Oh,
I agree with Gary.
okay.
Wow.
All right.
I agree. I literally he took it from me.
I
agree
literally
with Gary.
said it earlier, but they could be ready for arena shows. So yeah, that I could see
I
that.
agree with Gary. I'll go a step up. It'll be another stadium. Arthur Ashe or anyone.
MSG.
Oh man, yo, let's
Madison
go.
Square Garden?
If that happens, let's fucking
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
I think that they're
Run,
feeling.
don't walk.
They're feeling the effects of the WWE lawsuit from House of Hardcore, and now MSG has to open it up to someone
that would be
else.
crazy, bro.
Probably.
I would
yeah.
love to see that.
Yep. And there's not that many like seats in that arena. They could sell that shit.
Yeah,
out
they
real
could sell
quick.
that out. Definitely for sure.
This has been episode 9 of Legit Heat. Stay tuned till next week. And remember,
Episode number.
it's not Elias. It's Elias's brother Ezekiel.
Remember, it's not fake.
It's not fake, you fucking Mark.
It's real to me, God damn it.
It's predetermined like all your other sports.
There we go.